Good morning all and welcome to a glorious sunny Saturday. Let's have a look at the update, let's have a look at the average. We've had 14 crosses submitted this week from our viewers, which is excellent. And look at them. Look what a lovely close cluster we've got there. We draw some lines here. I don't think it was a big problem from this guy on the left here. It was always going to be, it's quite narrow, isn't it? Even though his eyes look as though they're looking in different directions. But we've got to remember here, he's looking up at a whole ball which is bigger than his head, isn't he? He's not necessarily using both eyes to look at the centre of the ball. But look how narrow that band is going up there. That's our opinion, that is. That's our viewer's opinion. If I draw some lines from this other guy going across there, this was a band that we thought was going to be huge. I've lost his eyeball. There we go. Because it was the height that was going to throw us out. But even that isn't that wide a band. It's a very, very tight cluster there. There's nobody else outside that cluster. That's quite impressive, that everybody seems to think it's in the same place. So let's go straight into the calculated average, which is right there, and is 1228822. So I'll write that now down below. See, I actually like the look of that. Bear in mind, there's going to be random crosses. Depending what judges we've got this week, there's going to be silly crosses. There'll be one up here, somewhere on the right. There'll be one over here on the left. But this is where we have to rely on Matt, the head judge, to be able to take those silly crosses out and just leave us with a cluster. But if I get rid of those crosses there and draw some lines straight through, that average, I probably shouldn't have done it from the eyes because it's just confusing from the eyes. But that I like that average. That average looks spot on to me. Well, I could be wrong, you might think different, but that average looks really, really good to me. And bear in mind, it is an average. It's not about where we think the cross should be, the winning cross should be, it's where we think the judges are going to put it. Whether if they are spread about, then hopefully that average would be in that area. So where was mine? Let me make mine flash. So my original one was there, just under the average. I still quite like that because I think this guy in the red on the right hand side is looking, I don't think he's looking particularly high. I know some of the judges will think he will, I don't think he is. So I'd probably put one or two where I originally was, and I think I'm going to go also near the average itself, and possibly one or two in between. It usually works out okay for me. And I'll spread that about, I think. I'll do a couple for the 125,000 and perhaps a couple for the 75,000. Otherwise, it's going to get a bit costly. Although I do have £11.05 credit to use. Oh, we'll see how it goes now when we come to do it. So let's put the what you call it up there, the target, the draggable target. You can tell it's early, I can't remember what I'm supposed to be saying. Let's put that target over there. Does that make sense? Yeah, it looks alright there, doesn't it? Yeah, that does make sense there. I quite like the idea of that. So let me take everything out and just leave mine and the average in to see where I'm going to go. Alright, so that top one there, that's the average. I put it back in as a cross once I removed everything else. And the bottom one there was the original one I'd done. I still like them both, is the thing. I certainly don't think that the eyesight from the eye line from the player on the right in a red is any higher than the top one, the average. So I think I might stick to where the average is, one of mine, and I'm going to work out the average of the two of them in between. So that's the three areas I'm going to go. Mine, where the average is, and where the new average is of the average and mine. Is that complicated enough? So let me know, guys. Let me know what you think of the average. I personally think the average is cracking. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, and I'll speak to you on Tuesday when I let you know what time Christian turned up to give me my big fat check and how I got on. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.